MV235 Quaser machine. What are you demonstrating here by having the 4th axis unit or trunnion table and the micro-lock work holding on this billet?
So the 235 is from the 2 Series Quaser machines. So this is the largest machine in its portfolio. So we've got a 2.2 metre table, and basically what we're demonstrating here is multiple setups. So obviously this is the demonstrations that recently ran at MAC. You can see obviously on the left hand side we've got some aluminium workpieces, and on the right hand side a 4th axis and trunnion.
Would engineers do this? Would they set one job one side of the table and one side of the other?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, a lot of our customers with a table capacity, they've got long running times. Obviously, they can do multiple setups, and we can leave them running through the night.
Big X-axis. What about the Y?
The Y is 762 with 610 in Z.
Now, the performance of this machine. I know I've looked at a Quaser machine with you, or I think your colleague last year. This has got a Maxia spindle, which is a very high performance spindle, isn't it? Tell me a little bit about that and why it is so high performance.
So it's not a new spindle, certainly not a new spindle to us. So it's obviously Maxia have been around for over 30 years, and basically that's where their technology comes from. They're only spindle manufacturers. So that there is a 50 taper spindle, 15k RPM spindle, with around 450 Newton meters.
So I'm sensing from this then, what you're telling me is you can get speed and power. Is that right?
Yeah, certainly. Naturally, with speed, you need the power, you need the inertia to get the spindle up to speed. So basically, what we have with this product, and pretty much with all Quasers, you need to tailor the machine to suit all markets. So we can't limit ourselves to any one market.
So as an example, you could have, like you've got here, a piece of aluminium where you're machining at 15,000 RPM, and then on the other set of work holding you could be machining a steel or something more difficult.
Yeah, certainly. So obviously with that part there is a long running lead time on the cycle time on the part, just as some test beds that we did with a customer, because it is a customer's part, with a 15k spindle with the power that we've got there, we reduced circa 20% out of the cycle time. Then we can go to a different end of the spectrum and we can machine something as tough as kryptonite.
Really? Okay. So people look at they'll look at this machine and they'll think size, capacity, brilliant. But if they haven't explored the Quaser factor, where does it sit in amongst its peers with its quality?
Well, Quaser is renowned. Its terminology comes from Quaser for quality and service. There's a lot of Bridgeport technology that sits behind the forefront of the machine, and we've seen increase in demand for this product year on year. Hence, the portfolio that we have with Quaser and the stock is second to none.
I notice as well, you've got a bigger tool changer than I would normally see on a machining centre of this size. Is that expandable as well, and what size is it?
So on this machine it's 40 tools. There's two options, 30 ATC or 40 ATC. Again, we deal direct into the R&D back at Quaser. So there's always a manipulation that we can make on the machine itself.
Now, I would expect when you talk about quality and service, a machine of this nature to have through spindle, coolant, swarf extraction. Is that a fair point?
Yeah, everything on Quaser as a standard is everything is included. We include the swarf management, 20 bar through spindle coolant. You see on this machine we've got 2 augers that takes the swarf out the back, complete wash down. When we specify the Quaser, there's not any other particular options on the machine that you require.
Stephen, and if we look behind you here, this is interesting, this control. Can you just tell us how this moves and what that would offer to a user?
Yeah, so basically from a loading point of view, obviously we want the control to be far as out as possible. Basically what we can do then, when the operator is ready to run, he can obviously grab the control unit and just pull that in towards him.
So whether you're using it to set or whether you're trying to get it out the way just from a machining or perspective, you can do both. This is a FANUC control. Do you offer it with various options as well?
Yeah, there's hard and iron, predominantly 640. So yeah, there's obviously other controls available.
And what I would probably finish on is the fact that these machines, along with a lot of other Quaser machines, you carry in stock, and it's unusual to see a machine with over a 2 metre capacity potentially being held in stock. Would that be a fair comment?
Definitely, yeah. We see a change in the market. So basically, with the smaller 1 metre machines is a very big turnover of machines for ourselves. Obviously, there is a larger demand for the 1600 and the 2 metre. So as long as I can justify it to Martin, he's more than happy to bring them in.
You say there's a larger demand. Are you finding that actually engineers are looking for the bigger machines?
Certainly, yeah, with different setups and multiple setups, and especially when it comes to the fourth axis and trunnions.